why should me being big stop a high value man from wanting me?
Because they don't want you. Where in the world do men who are already high value as the norm pick big women? See, the fact of the matter is you want an unfair deal. He's up here, your value's here, but yet you want him. But it's different when it comes specifically to you. Why?
What is up, YouTube fam? Welcome back to Richie Rich Abroad. I am your host, Richie Rich, bringing to you a double dose of Kevin Samuels today. First video, an overweight woman is trying to tell us that high-value men should care what they think. Before we get into the video, you know what to do. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and the notification button. And don't forget to leave your comments below because you know I'll read them. Let's go ahead and get into the video. Ching, you know what to do. Kick the intro, and let's get into this video. Come on.
Rolling by trike. Here we go. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Okay. How old are you?
I'm 24. I honestly haven't been keeping up. I was off of the app when you notified me, but I know what the topic is.
So why should the top guys care what the bottom women think?
I honestly feel like they shouldn't.
Okay.
Because we all get like the same 24 hours. We all know what we want at the end of the day. Why should I lower my standards and my thinking for someone who doesn't put in the effort and energy that I put in? So I honestly think that they shouldn't care what the average female thinks. But I mean, I've been watching you and I'm kind of confused. Like, you speak on like bigger women and stuff like that. And I'm a bigger woman. Like, I definitely have curves and stuff like that. And I know that it's important to be healthy, but why should me being big stop a high value man from wanting me?
Because they don't want you.
Okay.
Then you just said it. Why should somebody who's up here, who's put in the work, care about what somebody who's down there ain't put in the same kind of work?
True.
Hold on. I'll let you speak. Unadulterated. A man puts his work in outside and competing in the world, making himself high value. A woman puts her work in the gym and in the mirror to look good for him, because that's what men value. Not only, but that's where it starts. So you're asking why should that preclude you? Because where in the world do men who are already high value as the norm pick big women?
Nowhere. Actually, that's not true. There might be some countries in Africa where they really like big women. But in America, in the Western world, most men are not into big women. It's just that simple. When I see somebody obese, I immediately think, okay, she don't like to exercise. She don't go out. She wants to stay home and watch TV and eat bonbons. And we're just not going to mesh.
What if I was like on my weight loss?
Where in the world do men who are already high value pick big women?
You're right.
See, the fact of the matter is you want an unfair deal. He's high value. He's up here. Your value's here, but yet you want him. But yet you just said it. Why should somebody who's up here care about what somebody who's down here think? But it's different when it comes specifically to you. Why?
I guess that's just the way my thought process is. But
well,
no,
I mean,
I want to understand though. Like, I want to actually.
How tall are you?
How tall am I? Like,
why do you always do that? You heard him, because you know where this is going. You know exactly where this is going.
Like 5'7".
Dress size?
Like 240.
Okay, so man, hold on, don't. So you're about the size of a fullback. Okay, You weigh more. I mean, and we don't even have fullbacks anymore. Mike Allstott will be proud. You weigh more than a man at your height. And as a matter of fact, you weigh twice as much as you should. And that is something that is 100% in your control.
Accountability, right?
So a man can't control how tall he is, things like that, but he can't control how hard he works. What does that say to a man? That you are undisciplined. What does it say? You're lazy, that you're not willing to put in the work. And you're talking about wanting a man who's the top 10% of workers, the top 10% of the most disciplined men. Does that sound like a fair deal?
No, but what if I'm on my way to a better me?
Then how about you get there and then start talking about a high value man? But in the meantime, between time, it's just a raw deal for any kind of high value men or men of any kind of value. You got to get there first. There's no what ifs. We deal with what is. And the fact is, you are 5'7" and 240 pounds. There are very few high value men messing with women as large as you are.
Like, what if I've taken accountability? Like, okay, yeah, I know I weigh a lot. I'm not gonna eat, out no more. I'm gonna make me a smoothie and eat some.
So you want him to? So you want him to date you on your potential?
No, not on potential.
Well, you said, hold on, listen, man. You said I'm on my way.
Right.
That's potential. Potentially, you're going to be better.
We're talking about all these hypotheticals. What if this? What if that? How about you just get there? How about you put in the work? You want a high value man who puts in the work, who makes money, but you don't want to put in the work. You want to be lazy. You want to be 240 pounds, and you expect him to take you on potential. No, baby, that's not how it works.
Right.
That's dating you on your potential. Then you gone over the subway and date a man on his potential.
You're right. You're totally right.
See, y'all are all right with the double standards that benefit you guys. How about a better question? Why don't you get with a man who's on your level?
Well, I mean, I would say that I am seeing someone who's on my level. But here's the thing. He's super duper healthy. He has a nice body. I mean, a nice body. He's not fat. He works out. He eats clean.
Mm-hmm.
Then he ain't on your level. You just said you were 240 and he's clean. He's healthy. He lifts weights. He goes to the gym. He ain't on your level. You better be careful or you'll lose him.
He motivates me. He inspires me to be better. And
does he make a lot of money?
He makes probably an average $40,000 a year.
So he ain't motivating you enough. I know that. You still 240 pounds, so he ain't motivating you enough.
So that means he's about. Is he black?
Yes.
That means he's about an average earner black male. So why don't you just stick there? Sound like you won.
I didn't hear you. What did you say?
He's the average black man in this country makes $42,000 a year, roughly $21 an hour. If he makes $40,000, that's $20 an hour.
Right.
Why isn't that? Why aren't you guys going out? Why don't you guys just get married and going down to life?
Well, I mean, we just started seeing each other. Things are kind of,
but,
still fresh.
But you came in asking about high value men, and that's not a fair deal.
I just like watching your show. It's not.
But
like
I'm just.
Really...
Well, what I'm saying is more people need to get with people that are like them.
Absolutely.
And we don't tell men who are short and broke that they should get dime pieces, but we tell women who are unfit and average that they can get a high value man all the time.
It's crazy. How do y'all figure you can be out of shape? You ain't taking care of yourself, but you deserve a high value man. Come on. Where is this crazy ass delusional thinking coming from?
But it makes no sense because the men don't want that. And then when the man turns around and says, that's not what I want, we try to ask the man questions like, why not? Well, then why don't bad chicks date broke short dudes?
Well, see, I've always thought like, yeah, your looks is what's gonna get their attention, and you know that's what someone should like about you. But doesn't that fade away? You know,
Do you have any
the way someone
brothers?
looks is gonna change,
You
but
have
who
any
they are
brothers? Do you have any
inside is gonna.
brothers?
Yeah, I have 3 brothers.
Then you should understand that men are visual creatures. And even in what you're saying is true, then you should be the best right now. I don't want your faded 60-year-old looks today at 24. Give me a hot 24. I'll deal with the
Right.
wrinkled 60 when it gets here. But when I got a busted 200 and 300 pound, it's only gonna get worse.
But yeah, I get what
You
you're
get what
saying.
I'm saying now. I'm not talking about you specifically, but I'm saying
Right.
it's what you're doing, man. It's still a way of asking the men to settle.
Right.
At 24 years old, you're supposed to be the hottest of the hot. You're supposed to be as hot as you're ever going to be at 24 years old. There is no damn reason in the world why you're supposed to be weighing 240 pounds. I don't want to hear the trauma thing. We all have trauma, men and women alike. I don't care what trauma you've gone through. Deal with it, get some therapy. That's what therapy is for. Deal with your trauma and keep it pushing.
Why? We keep asking, but why? Well, why? And what you're really saying, why don't you just settle for us? Why don't you just accept us for what we are? But you don't settle for men. Settle to an American woman is a dirty word.
Right.
Any other question? Look, I think this is a good back and forth. You stay respectful, and you just got to understand that it has to be fair.
Yeah.
And modern women, for the most part, are not asking for fair deals. Have a
Okay.
good. If a man wants a woman who looks good, he's called shallow. But if a woman wants a man who's got money, she's called smart. Oh,
All right, so this is one of those videos where I'm totally in agreement with Kevin Samuels. The definition of standards, right? Men have standards. We're looking for young women who are attractive. You know, they're youthful, they're pure, they're agreeable. That's what men are looking for: fit, feminine, and friendly. And we are not, I don't even average men are not looking for women that are that big, especially at 24 years old. There's just no reason for it. So look, you have your standards, we have ours. You want a man who's 6 foot, six pack, and makes six figures. We want a woman who's fit, feminine, and friendly. So those women out there who are trying to get that high value men, there's so many choices for that man. Even the man who's not a high value man, the man who's above average, there are a lot of choices for that man. So keep that in mind when you're looking for that man and you're talking about settling. All right, so let's go ahead and get to the next video. The next topic is, how do you vet someone, especially when you already old? Next video is, an older woman wants to know, how do you vet a good man or a high value man? Let's go ahead and check out this video.
Though,
okay.
because you mentioned something about vetting. So how do you vet a person? You think you sleep with them and vet them afterwards?
No, they vet you.
Oh,
But
they
why are
vet
you?
me.
No. See, you got a problem. You're 50,
Right.
and you're acting like you got leverage out here.
I'm not. I don't.
How
feel
do you
like I have
vet?
leverage.
How do you vet? I'm trying to listen. Okay. Why am I saying this? Because your level of concern is about the man.
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong with you? Why you got to 50 years old and unmarried? Any kids?
Yeah.
How many?
One.
How old?
He's 29. He lives in the West
All
Coast.
right. So, how you got to be 50? You go to college?
Yeah.
Bachelor's, master's, PhD, what?
Masters.
I'm a PhD.
So how'd you get to be 50 years old and couldn't land a husband?
Not sure if I wanted to be married.
Thank you. Something
I
was
am.
wrong with
I am. I'm going to say, when you talked about people, like the way I was raised, I was definitely one of those raised by the way my mom was.
Okay.
My sisters to
So
pursue
my
other things
thing,
first.
what I'm saying ultimately, ma'am, is You don't have talking about sleeping with somebody on the first date. Why is that even a question at 50 years old?
Okay, so I got a few questions. How was a conversation about a high value man coming out of your mouth at 50 years old when you've never been married? I hear this all the time from women. I hear this all the time from when you ask them, "What? How come you've never been married?" Or "How come you not?" "Oh, I don't want one." Well, if you don't want one, what are you doing on this show? No, the fact is you do want one. You just couldn't get one. And I know it's hard to say. I know it's hard to hear. You just couldn't get one or you couldn't keep one. And that's the reason. Let's just be real. Let's call it what it is.
It's not even like, it's just like not even knowing a person. Like, I'm just like, does anybody ever think about things like diseases? Like, that's like how I'm thinking. Like, I don't really know you. I don't know anything about you or what your preferences are or what your history. That's what I'm looking. I'm looking at it from that perspective.
Ma'am.
Yeah.
You're talking like you're a 20-something-year-old woman. Do you have listen what I'm about to ask you.
Okay.
Do you have lots of men of value beating down your door for relationships?
I date.
What did I ask you?
A value meaning, are you meaning like money wise?
What did I ask you?
Do I have men of value beating down my door?
For what?
Right?
I said, do you have lots of men of value beating your door down for a relationship?
I have a few. I don't know what you mean by lots, but
more than 5.
Not more than 5, no.
At 50 years old, if you don't know how to pick a man and you feel like you need to get to know a man, how old are these men, by the way?
Part of the problem is a lot of times they're younger than me.
Thank you. You're all jacked. Thank you.
Well, I mean, is
Thank
that
you.
my
No,
fault?
I'm going to talk to the audience. See, this is a young-minded woman. That's why she's going after younger-minded men, because she has to have a level of power. She couldn't deal with a man.
I'm not looking for younger.
No. You couldn't deal with a man that's your contemporary because he's not going to play games with you.
No.
Not at 50 years old.
Okay. The last person I dated was older than me. But what I'm saying is, it seems like I attract more guys that are younger, but I did.
What did he do for a living?
Which one? The older one?
Yes.
Oh, he was a contractor. He was self-employed. I mean,
but you made more money than him, right?
No, he made more money than me.
Okay, cool. Ma'am, bottom line is this.
And we're still friends.
So?
Bottom line is this. I think it's sad that so many of our women really still think they're dating in their mind like they're still in their 20s. That's what it comes right down to. When Stella got her groove back, that was a movie. Men are not going to sit around and wring their hands and fret about dating a woman that's 50. Dating a woman that's 50 years old needs to be a lighthearted, pleasurable experience.
No doubt. I mean, you are 50. You might be in the midst of menopause, if not coming out of menopause or going into menopause. I think that would have to be a very lighthearted experience. I mean, very. To think that you're 50 or 50 plus years old and you have any kind of leverage in a relationship is just asinine.
Should be stress less. Because you should, at the age to where you should be able to know how to pick, know how to do all. You should be the easiest group of women to date because you're the oldest. But all the questions you have implies that you haven't learned how to really date.
I agree with that. And I honestly haven't dated a lot. I've had quite a few relationships that were like, I meet people and then they just turn into relationships, but I
How long is
have
your
never
longest
really
relationship?
dated.
How long is your longest relationship?
My longest relationship was 5 years.
Why didn't you guys get married?
Because infidelities.
How often were you cheating?
I wasn't the one cheating.
I'll ultimately say this, man.
Yes.
What do you ladies expect? He cheated, so what? What you got now? I mean, let's just be pragmatic. 50 years old, out here on the dating scene. You're reduced to dating younger men. That's against nature.
Not only that, but if you're 50 years old and you're dating younger dudes, you know what it is. He's just in it for the minute. That's it. It's not something that's going to last a long time. So it's just something that's filling space or filling time. A relationship like that is never going to be like a long-term thing. You both know what it is. It might be unspoken, but you both know exactly what it is.
5-year relationship, you had somebody he cheated. Did he bring on any? As long as he not, how'd you find out he cheated?
Because I made him go get a blood test.
A blood test. Did he bring home a disease?
Yeah.
Oh, that's an L. Okay. Look, now I'm on her side. Because there are some things that you cannot do. I don't care what your value is. Low, high, medium, average, whatever. You can't be bringing home diseases. Period. You can't be impregnating other women. You cannot be bringing home diseases. And you cannot be giving the money that's supposed to go to your family to some other woman. Period. And no other woman can be calling your house or calling your wife talking about, he's my man. These are things, it's just against the rules. I'm not advocating cheating. I'm not saying you should or you shouldn't. But those are things that I don't care who you are. That's about the respect that you should be given to your partner.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a problem.
And
That's
so
a problem.
I think why I'm so more leery of it now.
But no, ma'am, no. See, but hold on. See, it'd have been good if you'd have just stopped. Making men in your present pay for mistakes of your past equals no future. That's somebody you're with for 5 years.
Right.
You can't make that these guys going forward. That's bullshit.
Okay. I'm just saying, I'm just cautious. That's all.
There's no way to fix that.
Right.
No amount of caution is going to fix somebody who came home in a relationship and burned you. So you can't try to make the dating environment address that. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
So at 50, whatever traumas you're dealing with, man, I mean, I'm just being honest. Most guys don't get excited to go holler at women who are half 100.
So get over yourself. I mean, that's what he's saying. Get over yourself. You went through some shit. We all go through some shit. And that does suck. I ain't gonna lie. That does suck. I would be mad as hell. But look, you can't make the next man pay for the last man's sins. How is that working? You pick better. You vet better. Or stay home with your cats and dogs. One of the two, but make a choice and get on with your life.
So the options are going to quickly start to drop. Because I will admit, black women can tend to hold dating into their late 40s, early 50s, but it's about to be over.
Okay.
So enjoy while you can.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of, well, I want to know if I get to know somebody. You're lucky if he got his teeth in the post. All right.
Yeah, we ain't got time for all that, lady. But look, that's the end of our videos. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Look, we're all going to get older, period. And if you haven't wrapped somebody up, if you haven't locked somebody down or they haven't locked you down, it gets tougher as you get older. I don't care what you look like. If you're a woman, you won't be able to secure a man at age 40 that you used to could have got at age 30. It is how it is. And if you're a man, it works the same exact way. So look, it behooves all of us to be the best person we can be. If you're a man, get in the gym, get your grind on, keep building your wealth, your resources, and your knowledge so that you can be the best choice for one of those women out there. And if you're a woman, you got to take care of yourself. This woman actually, I mean, for somebody who's 50 years old, she looked like she had a decent shape. She didn't look bad, but the fact is she's 50 years old. And there are simply men you're not going to be able to get at 50 years old, high value or otherwise. So let me know what you think. Leave your comments below. You know I read the comments and I love to respond, so get at me. Hope you liked the video. If you like this video, I got a whole bunch of other videos that you can check out too, and they're just as good, if not better. For Richie Rich Abroad, have a great weekend. Be safe. Deuces.